Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name's Andy, Corporate Commander at TFW, and I'm joined this week by... What do we got? The infestation in my podcast home. It's Mikey G. Wolfie 3. Hello, Mikey.
Sweaty feet. I got them sweaty feet. Da 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 da.
You're trying to woo the ladies, are you?
Ladies, they can set me from miles away.
Oh...
That's why you see them scatter. Quickly, if we split up, he can't follow us all.
It has the opposite effect in putting him in heat. It just goes, ah!
Yep. Little they know, by splitting up, it allows me to single one out.
They move like a flock of birds.
Avoiding a predator, just me. That would be very different if, like, Switch of the Gallimimus for, women, and then just out of the trees come a giant me.
Yeah, as Alan Grant's watching as you pick one up in your mouth and start swinging them around.
I think it's when Tim goes, look how much blood. I didn't mean to.
I need help.
Why aren't you helping me?
I'm so lonely. Poor T-Rex, Mikey.
Hey, she had no one else to talk to. They built the paddock for 2 T-Rexes and they never put a second one in.
And it was Jurassic World where they put in the Indominus Rex in a cage that was far too small for it.
Yeah, basically like, okay, we're going to make this thing, yep. We're going to make it super smart, yep. We've seen that it eats other things of its own kind, yep. So how are we going to limit its aggression? We're going to have to put it in a tiny box, and its only contact with anything will be a crane with food, which basically means it assumes that anything that smells like this is only to be treated as food. And also... it's basically going to be like those bears walking up and down in zoos and going slowly mad along one track.
Yay.
But also, we made it smart enough to devise a plan to escape. Nothing bad can come of it. The children will love it.
I kind of wish the director of the park, the guy who flew the helicopter, went, how about we take out all of the foliage and we put a roof on and give it no light?
No, we give it one tiny bulb in the corner.
Yeah, one bulb of light. They'll probably calm it down.
Not like a major bulb, just like one normal house bulb.
No, it's one of those kid lights. It's in a little happy smiley face.
You just have like it's hunched over it. Just try it with the tip of a claw, trying to turn it on and off.
It's in the shape of Chris Pratt, and it clicks every now and again. It goes.
The hand sticking forward.
Yep, exactly. There we go. That'll solve this aggression.
Just look, she's going to love him when she meets him. It would have been a very different scene if Chris Pratt walked in. It just launched itself at the window.
Good times. Yeah. That's not how you treat animals.
No,
even
bad.
Horrible creations of science.
Yep, your own fault. At least in the new movie, just like, we just want something to kill people. And then they're just like, it wants to kill people too much. We need to make sure the next one doesn't want to kill quite as much. That's literally a scene. Or just like, oh, you made one and wants to kill everyone. Yeah, that's kind of a problem when we want to tell it to do things.
Did anyone come into the room as they were talking about making this dinosaur and say, how about we create a device that you can use at long range and it fires a projectile?
Right, but I'm not... Does the projectile tell the dinosaur what to attack?
In this movie, it did.
Yeah, to be fair, that is kind of in the movie.
Yeah, I know. I heard from reviews they have a gun that points a laser at someone to tell the dinosaur what to kill. It's like, well, just have that as a gun.
Put a bullet in the gun. Just put a bullet in the gun.
You're making the process of murder far much more complex.
You know what's just easier. I say this about travel, I say this about anything. When having a tool, it's always best when the tool can't say no. So maybe not have something that can just decide one day not to do it. Just buy a car, don't buy a horse.
If only. But we're not here to talk about dinosaurs, believe it or not, even though it's Mikey's specialty. We're here to talk about Transformers. The more that meets the eye. Whap. So, Mikey, we're going to kick off straight away with some third-party news. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to start off with some crap, because I tried to forget. I tried to forget that you could bling yourself up, Mikey, because there's officially licensed San Diego Comic-Con 2018 Han Cholo jewelry. I think that's how you say that. Han Cholo?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Is it a make? It's probably a make.
I'm assuming. Also, it sounds so racist.
It does a little bit. It does.
And Cholo! You got all the shiny rings.
Oh, boy.
And Cholo officially licensed jewelry, apparel, and pins.
Yes,
They do Voltron and Master of the Universe.
Did they? Oh, I hadn't noticed the prices until just now, and I went, oh, dear, okay. So, what you can do is you can get a Transformers X.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I will just say, if you, apart from that, but if you Google Han Cholo,
yeah,
don't go to the image search.
Is it not safe for work?
Oh, it's safe for work. It just will make you feel slightly like a racist monster.
Okay.
Just to say, we are not the only ones who thought Han Cholo sounded a bit off.
No, you saying the world thought that?
Yes, there are T-shirts.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Transformers X Han Cholo Ravage Pendant, which is $250. Oh, indeed, Mikey.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, it goes up. I'll read the description. There's never been a more loyal Decepticon to Megatron than Ravage, apart from Soundwave and Laserbeak and, Shockwave, maybe, in the cartoon at least. Never mind. Ravage is not only Soundwave's most reliable spy, but is his most effective and deadly warrior under Megatron's command.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Hang on. I like Ravage. He's a cool guy. He is like the anti-everything must be a dog,
Sure.
Because we've got a guy who looks like a pet who acts like a person,
Yes.
Most deadly warrior.
Most deadly warrior. Under Megatron's command.
Probably under Megatron's chair, because he can fit.
Under Megatron's command. More deadly than Devastator.
Yeah!
More brutal than Bruticus. More menacing than Menasor.
That would be something. Metroplex comes out and just they slowly wheel Ravage out. You're the deadliest warrior. What? What? Metroplex is on a table then. Get it away!
I'm sure it makes sense to somebody. Just not to Andy.
No.
Never mind. It's a 24-inch chain. It's made in Los Angeles. It's an authentic precious metal item with .925 stamp. I don't know what the fuck that is. And it's a solid .925 sterling silver. So, that's one thing. That's the first thing, at least. Next up, we have the Transformers X Han Cholo Soundwave ring, which is $300.
Hang on. I have to take a sip from my drink. What? What?
You were $300. 300 schmackarouge.
I couldn't spit that properly because obviously I'd make a mess.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It is one of, if not Megatron's most loyal Decepticons, is here to do battle with the rest of the Autobots. Keep a powerful spy ally near you at all times. Spy life. And since he is able to read the minds of humans and Cybertrons alike, he will be a sure asset to your team. What? It's a ring.
Yeah, okay, guys. It's not actually Soundwave.
No, it gives you superpowers. It didn't do... Well,
it's not that kind of ring.
If it gave me superpowers, I'd be real tempted, to be honest. But
I mean, if you've got an allergy to silver, it'll give you the power of rash. The power of blisters.
Or if you're a werewolf, you'll die.
Yeah. I got you this lovely ring. Oh, thank you, honey. What's that burning smell?
Yeah, it's me. God. It's me. Why you buy this for me?
I thought it was pretty. You weren't thinking.
You think only of yourself. Right, so available in sizes 9, 10, and 11.
Screw you, fat-fingered people.
Or slender-fingered people.
It will fall off or get stuck. Those are your options.
What about skeletons? Skeleton boys and their little bony fingers. What will they do? What if the dead rise and they want to have a Soundwave ring that's worth $300?
Then, to be fair, I think there's anything to cause the dead to rise. It's a small ring worth $300 shaped like Soundwave. Because, my God.
We've done it, boys. We've finally done it. So it's made again in Los Angeles. It's the same stuff as before. It's just Soundwave related. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother. If you're interested in any of these, buy you can't attend. I think someone meant to put but you can't attend. San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Never mind. You can still pre-order them via the Cholo website. Be careful of which website you go to via info from Mikey.
Yep.
You don't want to make that mistake. There are 2 more economical and cool glitter enamel pins of Soundwave and Bumblebee for an affordable $12 versus the $300 to $250. So yeah,
not even
$12.
the same design on Soundwave.
No, it's not.
I just realized that looking at these.
He's way more pointy.
Yeah.
So you can get that from the Cholo website. The Bumblebee and Soundwave are very G1. Actually, Bumblebee is, Soundwave is
less so.
Yeah, he's still in the vein of G1, but not fully
you know what
there.
he is? He's Cyberverse. He's probably a bloody Cyberverse toy.
Yes.
Everything's Cyberverse.
Everything's Cyberverse. It's all Cyberverse. Your Cyberverse, Mikey.
Oh my god, the picture of the guy holding the Soundwave ring, and all I'm thinking of, you're wearing it on the wrong finger.
Really? That's what you're thinking?
Wear it on the middle finger.
No.
Otherwise, that's not how superpower rings work.
Isn't
sir.
it? In brightest day, in blackest night, Soundwave gives me mind powers to share thy sight.
Oh, I want someone to buy it thinking that works. I want that to happen.
I can read
goes
your
on a date.
thoughts.
Why are you wearing that ring? So I can understand you.
Madness.
You find me attractive. No.
No.
I find you by...
I want to hear your thoughts, Mikey, on the Ravage and the Soundwave ring and the pins. Because the Soundwave, the Ravage necklace is in the style more so of the toy.
Yeah, it looks like, basically it kind of looks like someone just sort of created a mold using the toy.
I mean, it's a bit thicker than the toy, though, in fairness.
Yeah, but then again, if they did do it, it would be.
Yes.
Because that's how knockoffs work.
Ooh, bitch!
I said it. So when I actually saw these originally, I thought they were kind of cool.
Okay.
Not the necklace per se, but the ring. I kind of like the idea of like a relatively affordable piece of Transformers jewelry just for the novelty, you know.
Okay.
I've got Batman cufflinks. I was given them as a birthday present, and you know, I've never had an occasion to use them bar one wedding where I wore them when I was someone's best man, and then basically just sort of went up to him at the end of the evening and said, "I've had these on the entire time." And then his wife asked me to leave. But you know, these were a nice little novelty item, and then I saw that they cost more than God. For that kind of money, I could get every Mastermind I want. I could get Masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron.
We'll get to that.
I can't justify in my mind spending this kind of money on jewelry simply because it's got the Transformers thing. And I can't imagine anyone who spends this much on jewelry who would feel comfortable wearing a $300 ring of Soundwave. Because, I mean, unless when you're spending that kind of money, you tend to go for something on the sort of shiny, classy range of things, not psychic robot face.
I mean, I don't know the price of jewelry. I've never really had to buy it for myself, but $300 is $300, so that's what 200, 100, 250, something like that.
260, something like that.
Do you get something good, or do you get something cheap-ish in terms of jewelry wear for that much money?
You get something that someone shows up on like Pawn Stars or something in a few years and says that this is a really rare item. They're looking for 4,000.
I'll give you 300.
Don't. All the people on that show, I'm just like, if you want to sell it and make a profit for what those people are telling you what they're worth, what you should be doing is going, oh, cool, and taking it away as selling it for that much. Not to a guy who sells it on.
Yeah.
Because he will not pay you what you want.
No.
You sell to the people he's selling to.
I guess that shows a good way to get a free evaluation.
Yeah, I would totally do that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely 100% do. I would just wander in and just like, how much is this worth? Oh, cool, what do you want to do with it? Nothing.
No, you pretend, you say, well, I'll sell it to you for the price that he said. He said, no, I've got to make profit. You say, all right, no worries then. I'll go and sell it on my own.
And as you're leaving, the last thing you hear is, you buy, you leave.
It's the only way. I think these rings aren't. I mean, they're pretty dumb. I think they're way too expensive. They're 10 times the amount that they should be.
Like, if we're saying, like, an actual piece of jewelry, I would pay 50 or 60. I think that would be a reasonable price for something that's, like, maybe not pure sterling silver or whatever, but just, like, a nice piece of, okay, it's a Soundwave head, but it's a decent bit of jewelry. It looks okay. It's tough enough. It'll last. You know, I would pay 50 or 60 for something like that.
Yeah.
I have looked at rings like that for various things, and I've gone, if I had the cash, I would get something like that, honestly. Not Transformers, but other things. 300! It's like, no, I don't care if it's made of gold. No. Like, okay, pure silver. Don't make it out of pure silver. You'll sell more. You'll make more money in the long term. This way you're relying on very exclusive collector market. Like, I don't know. If you're buying rings like this and you're willing to spend this amount of money on a ring, I would love to hear why, guys. Like, genuinely, not being a dick. I don't get it. This is outside my worldview.
I thought you had something else. I wasn't sure if there was any more, if that was it.
No, that's it.
Alright, yeah. It's a thing. I really don't see people... Like, if you buy a ring, that's fine. I don't really see anybody... I can't imagine anyone going around with a Soundwave ring on their hand. Like, really?
Yeah.
I honestly don't see it happening. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's me. Mikey, do you want to take us on to the Fansproject stuff? Because there's a few little bits that have popped up from FP this week. Because I thought they were dead. I was sure they were dead.
Yeah, everyone was sure they were dead, to be completely blunt. Because, the last thing we saw was some repaints that weren't made.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fansproject, the guys who kind of started it all, are back doing something. Now, do you remember I believe it's called Warbatron?
I don't know.
Warbot or Warbatron. It was their attempt at original designs.
Oh,
it had mixed sales.
Right.
Steel Core. I liked him. He wasn't my particular aesthetic, but I liked him. But it had a mixed reception because a lot of third-party people were moving into the thinking of, I want something to match this design that I don't have a toy of, and I want that only. Stop making original things, you shits.
Yeah.
To paraphrase a certain blend of things. Well, the line died, but it is being revived with several new figures. First of all, we have Castor Core. These are renders only of IDW Roller. So we get these are like CAD models, so subject to a lot of change, I'm sure. The only the connection for the Warbot thing is obviously that it works like a Power Master, so you plug a guy into the chest. The thing is, it doesn't do anything; it's just kind of decorative. He kind of turns into a space truck. It reminds me of something, but I cannot for the life of me think what. Andy, what are your thoughts on this, especially in the context of this is Roller? If they go with this design without changing things, clearly quite a stylized Roller.
Yeah, I'm not... It's not for me. It doesn't look transformery, if that makes sense, from the style of it. It looks more... in terms of the... what's it called? Steel Core Combiner... What was it called? Power of Core... No, you said it before, what they did last time.
Steel Core.
Steel Core. It definitely feels like it's more in that aesthetic, and that's kind of transformery, but it's not really transformery at the same time, if you know what I mean. I don't think the aesthetic matches up. I really don't like that vehicle mode. It's just a square with the strange wheels.
Yeah, I'm glad it's stylized, to be completely honest.
It's nice that it's stylized, it's just not a style that I'm in favor of.
Yeah.
If you see what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's one of those things where this feels like an old style, especially since most original stuff has definitely moved into a more anime vibe to it. So this, especially, I think one of the problems I have with him is the face just makes him look like an old man.
That too. I'm hoping that's just because it's a CG render and a real one wouldn't look so cuppy, shall we say?
Yeah. But I don't know. I hope like this is a good figure. I also hope one, I hope there's some revisions, and two, I hope they don't sort of bow to the usual yelling of voices and make it just here's IDW roller, full stop. Okay, you happy? Just make your own guy. Like, use this as a starting point. Do your own style of it. Make, I'd be happy enough if it was basically just here's an original design and we put Roller's colors on so you'd buy him. Like, just as long as it's a good design. But sort of sticking with this stuff, we then had this is a weird announcement. So there's going to be 2 figures released, but according to the fiction, they are but one toy.
Ooh.
So Steel Core is being redone. One is, I believe, a fairly straight repaint. I think there's some slight remolding. Called Construction Bot.
Not Construct Bots that we talked about years and years ago. Do you remember them?
Jesus.
They were like Bionicles, but shit.
Yeah. So this is basically Steel Core in kind of construction hazard colors. I saw this, I just thought Build Tiger from Brave.
Yeah, actually, yeah, very much so. Oh man, that would have been way better.
I'm wondering if that's actually the thing, because I can't... Whenever I see that color scheme, it's usually in something referencing Build Tiger, because very few things actually use that majorly.
Really? That seems odd, because I'm sure, like back in the day, weren't a lot... I mean, even now, aren't construction vehicles usually yellow? They're not green, that's for sure. They're not lime green.
Yeah, but they're not this kind of yellow with big hazard stripes.
Really? Oh, weird. I thought they still would be.
I've seen a few recently, and they were just yellow. I think the big hazard thing was, look, I'm a construction vehicle.
Right.
But correct me if if you're in the construction industry, correct me if you're wrong. I know what I said. But yeah, so he'll come with a Severo, or he may not come with a Severo Power Core member, who, and if you remember, Severo is the name they give to their Grimlock. The story being that it combines with this construction guy and morphs it into a kind of half bestial, half Cybertronian Grimlock design. Who comes with a chainsaw sword.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this thing looks pretty solid. I mean, first of all, what do you think of the construct bot construct?
Visually, I like this a lot better, but maybe that's because of the color scheme, and we actually get a real prototype rather than a CG render, which might help the aesthetic of it. I mean, for a vehicle mode, for a robot mode at least, it's fine. It does everything I want it to. Have we seen a vehicle mode for it? I don't think we have.
No, but I mean, the vehicle mode's quite chunky, so it's just going to be a yellow version of that.
A yellow version of rollers, you mean?
Of the normal. Yeah. I'm just looking. It looks like he's not really. The idea is that he's not supposed to combine himself. But Constructo Core, that's what it's called. But what will happen is in the story, you put Severo on him, and then you pretend he morphs into Grimlock.
Right. Okay.
I quite like him. I weirdly like him, in fact. I'm just looking at him next to the other two, and he's just like, I think I like him the best.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. I
don't disagree with you, because I think it's probably the best as well.
I think I've just made that connection with the whole Build Tiger thing in my head. And if it's a Brave reference,
it's usually better.
Yeah. What do you think of Severo Grimlock, which I will say looks better than their actual Grimlock?
I mean, it's fine. It looks like a Grimlock kind of color scheme, so okay. It's not my favorite. I think it doesn't help that they all have the same body. They are all the same figure, effectively, so there's nothing to make them stand out versus each other. And I would have hoped that if you're doing a Grimlock, the name, at least, or the idea of Grimlock would have pushed you to do someone else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get the feeling this is maybe a soft reintroduction to Fansproject.
Okay, yeah.
Like, they're trying to sort of re-engage with the fandom and stuff like that, and they just, because they haven't been of late. They've been nobodies. So I wonder if this is just sort of a long-term, like, a starting goal to a long-term plan of, like, and we're going to move into sort of more up-to-date things. One thing I would say I'm a little worried about is that Steel Core, engineering-wise, has been passed out a long time ago by Hasbro and third party in a lot of ways. So I wonder if he's going to feel quite dated.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a possibility.
No, I think you're quite right, because it has, like, when did Steel core dude come out.
Oh God,
It was a
years
while.
ago.
Yeah.
Like
3
4 or
years?
5 years?
Yeah.
5 more like, I
Maybe.
think.
Yeah, you could be right there. I'm not sure, but it's definitely not. It's not like last year or anything like that. That's for damn sure.
But we'll move on to the last bit there, and we've got Fansproject G2 Breakdown, I believe. So this is a TFCon exclusive figure for the ages 3 and up boot. They've been having one for a few years now. Mostly, I believe it's comic. The color stuff has been very popular. They did Shattered Glass Rodimus, and then there was a main release of Lost Light Rodimus, if I'm remembering right.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. One was we've got like 2 different companies doing Rodimuses at the moment, so I'm lost.
Rodimus.
But yeah, so for anyone who doesn't remember, and to be honest, I can't blame you. A good few years ago, Fansproject did the Stunticons, and no one talked about them. They went, they came out and kind of went under the radar after a few weeks.
I would say for good reason. I think it was during that time where everyone was sick of them. Weren't these like really faffy as well? Like to play with and transform. I think that was another reason.
Like they were highly stylized, vaguely IDW-esque, and this felt, to be fair, this is kind of at the death knell before, like this is coming at the same time the Dinobots, before we had that really obvious design intent change in the Dinobots.
Yeah.
Basically before the death began. But yeah, so this is going to be a G2 breakdown, so G2 colors, because hey, it'll sell.
Will it?
Probably. KA10 Bone.
Stupid name.
Stupid. Basically in vehicle mode he's Bumblebee. And in robot mode he's Hot Shot.
Yeah.
I've ruined G2 for everyone, by the way, now.
No, you haven't. Trust me.
I have.
No.
G2 is no more. There is only Armada.
You can't kill G2. It's too good.
Yeah, he's with another figure from because a G2 figure from another go round. He must have been from ages back. But I mean, I don't like him.
I don't like you. How about that?
I don't know, but what do you think, Andy?
I hate to say this, but this is a personal opinion, so you can either take it or leave it. I think Fansproject time's done, at least in my eyes, for me and my enjoyment. I think for them to get me, they'd need to release something new, and maybe rejig their style. I think that's the only way Fansproject could get my interest back. But all the figures we've talked about so far are figures that they've released a long time ago that they've just given a new paint job to, and maybe a little bit of remolding here and there, right? So that I in some ways I'd say they're not even releasing anything new in quotations.
The last new figure was Snarl, and but even if you factor in him being new, he was announced a year and a half before we saw him.
Oh God. Was it really that long? Jesus.
It was like Fansproject, those Dinobots took a long time to come out.
Woof.
So in terms of a brand new figure, it has been a good few years. So I don't know. I am more picky with my G2 than some, but I'm not feeling this one.
No, I can't say I'm thrilled by it.
Yeah. Do you want to take us on, Andy?
Sure. Mikey, Mech Fans Toys are doing... Do you want to take that name? Because I don't want to.
What is it? Chivalrouser.
There you go.
Chivalrouser, because he's probably French.
Fucking French. This is a Legend scaled G1 Chromedome figure. We've got a great prototype of it, and if I recall, Mech Fans Toys are the guys that knocked off things before, right?
They knock off. They've done an original mold with their are they doing not Chromedome? They're doing an Omega, I think.
Okay.
And I think they were the ones who did that the Bumblebee train. I'd have to double check that.
Yeah,
but I know they've done
Soldier Toys.
Okay, yeah.
Which I think they're affiliated to.
Yeah, but I know they have done original stuff, but 95% is knocking off third party. Is this original?
It looks it. I could be wrong, but I'm how many third-party toys are there, Mikey?
I don't know, but I'm just thinking. I remember there were those Legend scale headmasters where you couldn't rotate the heads?
Oh, that was oh bugger. Who was it? It wasn't Fans Toys, was it?
No, I don't know. But I'm just looking at the aesthetic, and that just makes me think it's so. I don't know.
I think it's hard to say because Chromedome is Chromedome, and they do, they're doing a G1 style Chromedome. So what are you gonna do, right? Excuse me. But anyway, here we go. We've got a legend scale, so he's not upscaled potentially if he is from something. He comes with both of his guns. He's accurate to the cartoon, unsurprisingly. He probably has a headmaster gimmick. It's not shown here, but one can assume. And you can see in his vehicle mode that it looks like the canopy on his car mode probably opens, as it's got a massive pin through it. So I don't think that's out of the realms of possibility. I think it looks like a pretty strong figure. I think it looks a lot more interesting than the Legend Skill third party one that we were talking about, which we can't remember the company it came from off the top of our heads. I think it looks a lot better than that.
Certainly better. I think it's certainly more detailed.
And there's not as many pins everywhere like in those ones. They had pinholes out the wazoo. And granted, there are pins and joints on these as well, but they're hidden. They're placed in smarter areas, so they're not just glaring at you all the time.
Also, I think that hinge is to do with how it transforms.
Which one?
I'm just the hinge in the chest.
No, the one on his chest, but I mean the canopy in his car mode. Looks like it opens up. There's a big big pin through it.
Yeah. I hope that's cleaned up in the final release.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming because that's a different color plastic. I'm assuming that's probably going to be translucent.
Oh God.
I'm assuming. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. But
yeah, I think he looks pretty solid. Want to see some colored ones, obviously. And hey, if this is an original design and Mech Fan Toys are moving away from the KO stuff, I am all for that because I heard good stuff about their quality.
Oh yeah.
So I'd like to see them having a decent engineering team and putting that quality to good use. Granted, I am in the camp of cartoon accurate Chromedome is like the least interesting thing you could do.
I would disagree because I don't need an IDW Chromedome. I
only started caring about Chromedome when he stopped being a headmaster, so I'm afraid I wouldn't need that because my God, he's such a generic robot design. The only thing that's interesting about him is his head.
I mean, to be fair, I do love the headmasters, but they are very, at least the Autobot ones, they are very kind of just Hey,
like, not faulting you?
No, they only had 3 episodes.
I'm still slightly shocked there hasn't been like a Chromedome Rewind 2-pack from someone yet.
Well, we keep saying every time that this kind of subject comes up that we're surprised that IDW just hasn't had more third-party stuff made for them. Because it's an untapped market for the most part. Still.
Yeah, 7 years of highly influential comics.
Yeah.
And we've gotten what? It's only recent years we've really seen the numbers increase, and still, I think. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's the masterpiece market taking over third party.
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, it's a safer market to play in, to be honest.
I think that a lot of people are just like, listen, we'll put this stuff off, and you got occasional ones like Mastermind, but.
Yeah, and they're still working on the DJD at the moment, or finishing it off.
Yeah, and their Grimlock is in the way, and they've got. I don't think we're going to see a Chromedome from them anytime soon.
No, I can't imagine so. Mikey, do you want to take us on to the next bit of news?
Yeah, TFCon and Chosen Prime are going to have an exclusive themselves. At Toronto 2018, they have shown the show-exclusive MTRM-09G2 Maestro, which is the Make Toys Jazz redone into G2 Jazz, otherwise known as G2 Jazz. I couldn't think of anything clever. So yeah, it's their Jazz figure, which I hear good things about, in G2 colorings and a very G2 packaging. Very, 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 very. I kind of like it. G2 Jazz is like, for me, one of the less interesting jazzes less interesting figures, just because it's a jazz with blue instead of black.
It didn't do a lot different, unfortunately.
No. But I think he's turned out well, and like I said, I hear good things about the toy. So, and he's got soft plastic wheels. And
oh my God, that's sexy.
What do you think of him?
Well, now that you said he's got soft plastic wheels, woo! I think he's neat. I've always been again in the camp of I kind of wish the G2 Jazz had more going on, kind of like the G2 Starscream. I wish it had more going on, but I think for an exclusive, it's neat. I really think it's cool that it comes in a G2 packaging. I think that's really nice. That's a nice little detail to add on, and he's got his stupid missile as well, which is kind of fun. It's a good choice for a con exclusive, as there's not a huge difference from this one to the original. So it won't piss off anyone that, I wish I could have got this version instead. It's like, there's much lower market value for G2 Jazz, so it's a good choice. It's fine. It's an okay choice. It's an okay little figure.
Well, what if I told you it was also a figure full of spoilers?
Oh my god.
Because there is a cross-sell on the back. Collect all special color editions. And they're advertising a few upcoming Make Toys figures.
Oh.
There's a repaint of Make Toys Reflector from, I believe, it's their Masterpiece line. There's a repaint of their Hound into Detritus, who is basically Brown Hound. And of course, because I think, you couldn't do it, their Masterpiece Starscream is being redone into Acid Storm and Sunstorm. The surprising one here is that they are redoing their Galaxy Meteor into Steel Eagle.
Eagle.
Otherwise known as Metal Hawk.
Oh, okay.
And we, it's a little bit of a fuzzy image, but we can see him. I am surprised by how well Metal Hawk's colors work in that figure.
Yeah. And yet I'm not at the same time, if you know what I mean. It seems like the most obvious thing when you say it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know why no one's done that before.
I like the look of that mold, but like it's Seekers again, so I'm not super interested, especially since I've never really liked the Galaxy Force designs.
Ooh, I thought they were neat.
The Galaxy Force Seeker design, I think it's just a bit too much clunk and busy going on.
I like the clunk for it, but I can see where you're coming from. There is a lot going on.
But I kind of like the idea of picking this guy up. I think it works better, in all honesty. I don't know. I don't know.
Can you put a finger onto why?
I think like the solid gold chest, gives this nice through line to the figure, sort of slims him down nicely. And also I have this, like, the big wing sections are mobile. They're on their own joints, and I never liked that in like a Seeker, but on a Japanese super robot guy, that works a lot better for me.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know, like, I'll keep an eye out and see if it comes out in crazy stupid prices, and then I can laugh when he does, but I don't know, I dig him. Do you want a Masterpiece Make Toys Sunstorm?
Not particularly. I'm not jonesing for him. I'd only be jonesing for him if he came with extra, like, fire effects.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he came with, like, burning ray hands and, like, you could put him in the descending pose from that Dreamwave comic where he's just got fire coming off of him and his eyes are glowing and shit.
I'd give him a Covenant of Primus.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Instead
of just a half-assed job of making a yellow Starscream, which, I get. It's cheaper to do that.
It's a nice enough color scheme, but we're all a little tired of it.
Yeah, certainly. I don't think that's unfair to say.
But back to Jazz for a second. We do have a price for him. Ooh. If you're at the Choisin Prime booth, go to the Choisin Prime. It's 140 Canadian dollars, so about €5. It's a dig at their monetary value.
Oh.
But yeah, so $140. I think that comes to about £100.
Close enough, I'd say. Yeah.
So I don't think that's crazy money for a con exclusive Masterpiece size figure. So yeah. Andy.
Mikey.
Take us on.
Alright. Transformers Element TE-01G1 Optimus Prime. That's right, another third-party company has decided to move into a realm of doing G1 Optimus Primes. It's going to be 24 centimeters tall, which I think puts it in the Masterpiece scale. Is that right? Or is that in the deluxe scale?
Oh, no, that's Masterpiece.
Okay. I thought so. I didn't want to hammer it home and be like, they're definitely doing it. And then someone send us a comment, if they ever did, and say, you're wrong, Andy, and be like, oh, boo. But yeah, 24 centimeters tall. We have, it's in quotations, very cartoon accurate, unlike the new Masterpiece that Takara's doing, which totally isn't very accurate.
The other third-party Optimus that was announced a couple of weeks back.
Which totally wasn't very cartoon accurate either.
No, but Andy, this one totally is. This one totally is cartoon accurate.
It looked
Also,
like
the couple.
I'm really glad it
beforehand
doesn't
that
say
part.
it's the most cartoon accurate, because I'd be like, no. Apparently, it's a very solid figure indeed. This is what the article says. With no trace of wheels of the alt mode and a very clean backpack. No image of the vehicle mode yet, but we hope it will look as good as the robot mode. So we have him in the said robot mode. And they are right, it is quite clean. It does seem to hide a lot of stuff. I don't know how much tomfoolery and fakery there is. I don't think there's as much as there is on the Takara one, because the chest looks like it's quite large.
Yeah.
But the legs are slim, and like they said, the wheels are hidden hella well. How do you feel about this, Mikey? Do you think this looks like the definitive cartoon accurate G1 Optimus Prime? As much as it could be.
I think it looks good. I think it looks on point. The head looks a little off, but I think that might be it just looks a tiny bit small to me.
Okay. No, I could see that.
But yeah, it looks pretty solid. The engineering looks good. I like the engineering on the thumb.
Oh, yeah. How does that thumb work? Is it on a hinge?
Yeah, it looks like a hinge and a bunch of joints. But then they've done the whole. They look like they've done the whole thing. It was just like, and then we can point, but every other finger is joined in one big palm.
Boo.
Because everyone wants that.
No one likes that. Nobody likes that effect.
But Andy, you can point.
Good. But he can also point his 3 other claw-like fingers at you and pretend to stroke a cat poorly. Meow.
Yep. No, I think he's turning out pretty solid. Is he more definitive than the other toys we haven't actually physically seen in production quality? I don't know. There's a very obvious screw on his side of his leg.
Mm-hmm.
For shame.
I guess the thing that will help third-party toys is if they are cheaper than the Masterpiece, because I don't think I actually put it in the story, but we did find out how much Masterpiece Megatron was, and he was what, $300?
$320.
Tell me, Mikey, because I want to get this before we move on to another story. Tell me of the reaction online. Was it calm? Was it civil? Was it understanding?
Everyone was reacting well.
Good.
Reactions were reasonable and controlled. I am saying this of my own free will.
Excellent.
There may have been 1 or 2 blowouts.
Yeah.
1 or 2 blowouts which involved OMG, Takara, Hasbro. Oh, many swear words.
My God.
At the end, just Chris coming in. You know, if you pre-order him, you'll get him for like $70 off.
Woo.
And then people just rushing to pre-order him.
Yeah.
Because he's not wrong. Because Japanese stores frequently do massive discounts on pre-order.
I think it's understandable why it's so much, because it is it going to be the biggest Masterpiece figure? It's going to be big. Maybe not the biggest.
No, it won't be the biggest, because they're pushing scale, so he's going to be the same size as Megatron.
Oh, G1 Megatron.
Yeah, but he's going to have No, I'm telling a lie. He might be. I'm trying to remember. I think he might hit the same size as Magnus and Starsaber.
So he will be. So he could be.
Because Dinobot, I think, is slightly taller than Megatron. But normal Megatron.
We don't know, because neither me nor Mikey own either of these figures.
No, but I've seen some scale stuff, and Megatron's bigger than Dinobot. But he's huge. You do have to do some stuff to make him show accurate. He looks very posable. The paint work on him is insane. Like, I can see the money. Like, I wish we were still living in the days where a Masterpiece showed up in Argos for £100.
Yeah.
But that not world no more. That not world no more.
No.
So I have seen, like, people are saying, well, I can get the Solar Chogokin such and such for less, and I'm just like, yeah, but lately Solar Chogokin, from what I've seen, is not exactly hitting it out of the park.
Oh, have they swung back down to bad? Because I remember there was an upswing in Solar Chogokin where it was really good.
Yeah, like the 2 big ones people are pointing out in recent years that the quality felt like it dipped significantly were the Megazord, or Daijujin, and Gypsy Danger.
Oh, that's a shame.
Because, Gao Gaga hit and people are just like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that was really solid, I hear.
That was brilliant. Oh my god, if I would sell my niece for that. I mean, granted, I still can. She was here today. She didn't have to go home. Today on eBay. But from what I've seen, like afterwards, it was a definite dip in quality. One guy saw a review of it and was just like, "Yeah, I bought this entirely on how good Gao Gaga was. I'm now looking to at least get 50% of my money back on eBay,
right?
Because I'm just really, really disappointed in it.
Oh man,
because like there are things like it doesn't have a waist swivel. Well, it does, but it's locked with the T-Rex tail.
Oh,
in the Megazord.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And apparently there's a lot of QC issues with Gypsy Danger.
Oh, no.
Which is like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
No, don't fuck this one up. So yeah, like, I can see the money from Megatron. I know a lot of people can't, and I'm not going to force you to, but I can see where the money is.
Yeah.
It basically means, one, I'm going to break into someone's house and take yours. But, I just, it's priced people out of the market, and I think people are bitter over that, and kind of need to make it someone's fault. And, the reality is it's kind of the economy's fault.
It's just one of those things. I think it looks good. Do I think it looks $300 good? No, maybe not, but I understand why it is the way it is. And, you could always wait for it to just go on deep discount. You don't need to buy it straight away. But that's just my opinion. Mikey, do you want to take us on to the next bit of news, sir? Yeah,
this was left field. I'll do these together since they're both kind of in the same wheelhouse. We've got some encore/reissue news, Andy.
Oh, good ones.
I don't know. Now we were talking about we can see where the money goes.
Yes.
So let's see the other side of that. So thanks to Hong Kong-based retailer Lupaza Megastore, there has been confirmation that Transformers Encore, the line that keeps on giving and then keeps on taking, is continuing on, and the next figure is going to be Unicron. Now, according to Post, this release of Unicron will not be the improved one with the G1 head. This will be the original Armada mold, or the Micron Legend mold, depending on what country you're in. He is due for release in December 2018 with a retail price, Andy, of 20,000 yen.
Oh!
Per current conversion rate, is it about to get better?
I don't know.
$180. As pointed out here, Unicron has had several colorings and figure iterations over the years, so it's uncertain what exact mold and paint scheme is used in the release. Okay, I'm just gonna revisit the start of the post. According to the Post, this release of Unicron will be the version used in the Japanese series Micron Legend.
Okay.
Now the next one. It is uncertain what exact mold and paint scheme will be used for this release.
I mean, yeah, the figure's been reissued quite a few times, so yeah, fair
But
enough.
they said.
Did they?
But they said they're using the one from Micron Legend.
Oh. Well, then it'll be that one. Then there's one color scheme for him.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice at that point.
Yeah. Oh, you could do the Energon one, the black one.
Well, then it's not the Micron Legends one, then?
True. Basically,
Mistakes were made.
News section are getting weird. There was the big kerfuffle with Thu this week as well.
What do you mean?
Some figures were released. Thu was taking pictures, and then suddenly it became stock photos of this figure released online, and no credit given. Photos up on TFW, and then guy getting a little bit pissy over being told, "Hey, don't use my pictures without asking me."
I didn't know Thu was doing stock photos.
Yeah, he works for Hasbro now. He is their resident toy reviewer.
Man.
They've shipped him over to America. That's actually a stage.
Oh.
His whole room, it's all artificial. It's in the YouTube space.
That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, Andy.
Mikey.
Let's round it up. $200 for the Armada Unicron figure.
Okay.
Not as I said, the remolded version.
No.
Which with the G1 head, but the original version with that head.
Yeah, which came out. How much was it? I'm trying to remember how much it was when I bought it. I want to say 60.
60 euros even back then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't even near 200. But
No.
again, prices do change. But I don't think
Prices
they
change,
that much.
but they don't change like that.
No, I'm pretty sure you could even get this figure on eBay for cheaper.
Let's find out.
Okay.
So, I mean, Andy, we were just talking about reasonable expectations of price in the modern economy.
Sure.
Maybe not one.
This seems a little bit more than it should be, especially for the kind of figure it is. I'm kind of... I mean, maybe I shouldn't be surprised that they are reissuing this figure, since they seem to be going through and doing that era of Transformers, because they did the God Magnus and whatnot.
Mm.
So maybe this shouldn't be a huge shock to me that they're doing a Unicron now.
Mm.
But, yeah, it's just, hey, we're doing Unicron. But you've done this mold so many times at this point. It feels like they've done it. This will maybe be like the third or the fourth or the fifth time they will have done it, right?
Oh, at least. Right. So, I'll just read out the complete ones. Like, some people are doing that horrible thing where they sell piecemeal and double the prices and parts.
No.
Don't be a dick. 2003. Transformers Armada Unicron Supreme Class with dedicated minicon, mint in sealed box. 126 euros shipped.
My God.
So that's about 110 pounds.
How much is that in dollars?
You're edging towards 150 shipped.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out the closest number, not currency value, but the closest number we could get to the number that they were going to sell it for.
147.99.
No.
For a mint in seal, that's with shipping as well, by the way.
No.
So, but again, mint in sealed box that has never been opened. Everything else, original figure. Next one right after it, 22 euros 11 cents, with 50 euro shipping because they think I'm an idiot.
Am I gonna have to put Mike in a corner?
Yeah, 70, and that comes to.
Nobody put Mikey in a corner.
They never put Mikey in a corner.
How
How old are you?
She's old enough, old man. She's my daughter, and she's not old enough.
Yep.
You're like 50, aren't you? That's a bad movie. That's a terrible message for girls.
They hated each other.
On the set? I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah, on the set they really hated each other.
But it made the picking her up in the water scene awkward. I've never seen that movie, believe it or not, either.
Oh, I
never
have
seen. I bet you.
I've got two sisters.
But that's not the reason you watched it, is it?
No, 80 euros.
80 euros.
Transformers Armada Unicron, 80 euros.
80 euros.
70 euros. 30 euros. 40 euros. 100 euros.
Are you just saying numbers now?
I'm just reading 90 euros. 100 euros. Yeah, you know what? If you really want this figure,
Yes.
just buy one off eBay.
There you go. Mikey's sage advice.
Because even at its most expensive, you are saving money. Speaking of money, Andy.
Yes.
Additional Transformers reissues are coming. Via Walmart, it's been confirmed that we're getting reissues of Devastator, Starscream, and the Minibots. The Minibots will be coming as a set.
We had Hot Rod recently, didn't we? Because I know that Mr. Maz, the famous Transformers article writer, Mr. Maz, got the Hot Rod recently, and he seemed to say good things about it. So, in terms of quality,
I remember that. But
that's probably a plus side for these figures coming out, potentially.
Yeah. Going by the Walmart page, this Starscream will come with a tiny gun, which is Megatron.
Yeah, has that happened before? Is this the first time? I want to say this has happened before, right?
I think it's happened before.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he's going to be out sometime this month, but we don't have any information on prices, I believe.
Maybe we should get to the Unicron's prices and make a sage guess of $100.
Oh, Andy, no, 150.
150.
So, what reissues of G1 figures, Andy? Yay or nay? Especially Devastator, I think, is a big one there.
Partially yay and partially nay. The partially yay thing is just on the basis that at least now people can get these figures yet again. It's especially good for Americans because it's going to be in American stores. So theoretically, won't need to order them online and pay for larger shipping as you would do from getting them from Asia, etc., etc. So that's a boon for at least America. Because they're probably not coming to the UK. What's that? Nothing.
Keep an eye on your TK Maxx.
Who? What's a TK who? But yeah, I think the choices are safe, they're standard, and they're not very exciting. And that's my problem. We had Hot Rod, and it's like, okay, he's been done a few times. It's Starscream. Oh my god, he's been done a lot. We've got the mini bots, which are like, I think the mini bots haven't been done that much.
No, but I do seem to remember there was a pack of them at one point.
There was. It's the pack that I have. It's the Takara boxed set, which is still nice. I don't think they've, apart from that, ever been done again, apart from if you want to include the E-Hobby set, which gave them all different colors. So not really. And Devastator, for me, is a good choice because I didn't get the reissue when it came out. But you know what would have been cooler, Mikey?
G2 Devastator?
If it was fucking yellow! Man, if he was yellow,
Maybe he will be.
No, he won't. Don't tease my penis, Mikey. Don't start jiggling my balls unless you want to take the brunt in the face, if you know what I'm saying. Because that's mean. That's teasing me. I don't deserve that. It won't happen, but it would be good. It'd be nice as well if we got... what was the original color for Devastator when he was in blue and orange and red and green?
Oh yeah.
Was that Diaclone or was that Battle Gaia?
No, Battle Gaia came after.
So it was the Diaclone version.
And I don't think Devastator was in Battle Gaia.
See, that's why I wasn't sure. You might be right. It might have only been the Scramble City guys in Battle Gaia.
Yeah, because I remember the Defensor. I remember Bruticus. I don't know about anyone else.
Anyway, yeah, I wonder if they could do a Diaclone one, because that'd be nice. Again, something a little bit different and unusual. Do you think we're going to see a Thundercracker and Skywarp 2-pack?
Maybe we'll even see a Ramjet or a Conehead. Maybe it's Sunstorm. Who can say what rarities could appear?
Yeah.
Metal Hawk, who knows?
Oh my god, no, bad Mikey. Oh man, if they actually did a reissued Metal Hawk, that would be fucking crazy. Yeah. Because that guy was exclusive to Japan and is not cheap. Man, That would be super cool if they did that. Man, it would just be good if they went, hey, what were those Japanese releases that we never got in the West? Oh, we're doing the Dinobot cassettes? Yeah, we'll do them. Oh, Black Zarek? Yeah, we'll do him. And Fix the Go Plastic? What?
Yeah. Modern plastic. No swirls.
Didn't they do a Metroplex at one point for the Encore series?
Metroplex, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go, Metro Titan. Yeah, and just, granted, they need to make Stalker? Is that what he was called, the Micromaster?
Oh, yeah.
They'd need to make him again, but I can't imagine that'd be too much work.
They used the mold a couple of times in other lines so that you could do Deathsaurus.
That'd be nice.
You do Deathsaurus, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, do him in the Brave color where he was red.
Oh, that was a good color scheme. As a Red Geist. You could then do Black Zarek as Red Geist as well, because he was a big red scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't Black Zarek. It was Scorponok.
No, Black Zarek was there.
No, it was Scorponok. I don't think
it had the head. It didn't have the head.
Yeah. It was the Scorponok head. Either way.
Andy.
Mikey.
There's Shadowmaru.
That would be great. That would be super good.
They reissued him. The mold's there.
I think I know how to shoot myself in the foot. I don't want to, but I'm pretty sure that because it's Brave, we'd never get it because of the licensing. The licensing, since it's from what's it called? Bandai. They probably hold all that bullshit. But yeah, these are fine. These are okay. I will always be concerned about reissues that have been reissued multiple times. To this degree, I will always be concerned about their quality when they are released. Never not be. Because although the Seacons as Piranacon was the first time that they redid that set, God Neptune, I think it was? Yeah, God Neptune. That was a shaky set for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That was done once, arguably.
Mine held up okay,
As did mine, but a lot of people didn't. A lot of people's didn't, so... Be wary, but hey, I think this is great for America, at the very least.
Yep.
USA. USA.
No.
Oh.
No.
Shall I take us on, Mikey?
You can, but don't do that.
Well, you told us about Mr. Thu getting a figure and having stock photos put online, and I'm assuming this is the page that did it.
I'm saying nothing. It's not this. Like, the pictures aren't on TFW. These are actual stock pictures.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Because I don't think Stu has a remarkably old-looking child for these toys.
No, they're all him. He's the master of disguise.
Ah.
That's why he's bald. He's not bald by an option because he's losing his hair or because he shaves his hair. It's because he wears wigs to pretend to be other people for photo shoots.
Smooth.
Exactly. It's the ultimate disguise. We have stock images of the Transformers Cyberverse Warriors class Shockwave, Ultra, Ultimate, and Step 1 figures. But they're not all Shockwave, believe it or not. Even though the title of this article would have you believe that. Because we only have one Shockwave, and it is the Warrior Class one. They show Ultra Class Bumblebee. I'm not going to do the code names because the code names are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The Grimlock and Starscream, the Ultimate Class Megatron and Optimus, unsurprisingly, and the One-Step Bumblebee, Soundwave, and Blur. Now, we also got other bit of news as well, which was the fact that the One-Step Changes and Warrior toys were found in the UK, which is how Mr. Thu got them. We found out the price of these, more importantly, which is going to be $10.99 for the One-Step Changer for America. It approximately is $14.53. That doesn't mean yours will be that much, FYI.
No,
that's just
yours will probably be $11.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because that's how the world works now.
That's how basically the prices work when they bring them over here. They basically just take what you're charging them and they change the symbol in front.
I mean, that's good for America. It's not good for us. Unless we're going on holiday, I suppose. No. We also have the price for the Cyber Warriors, Cyberverse Warriors, and they're $15.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, they're not $15, Andy.
Oh, sorry, no, they're £15.
Yeah, they're $20.
They're $20, basically. Woo! Money! Totally worth it.
They're in Ireland as well, and I'm afraid to check Smiths.
I imagine that they've swapped they've either increased the euro price to match the pound, or they've just changed the symbol. I imagine they've increased the price.
I suspect it is the former.
Yeah, I think so. So, since we know the prices now of these figures, and we have the stock photo images to see them in multiple angles and all that stuff, we can even see children touching them and looking mildly happy because they know they're getting money at the end of it rather than a toy.
I tell a lie. The few pictures are still here.
Oh no! Dum.
They're the last ones.
Oh, the ones with the grey background.
Yeah.
Oh no! Dum. Throw Thu. Thu's too good. OP Thu. So Mikey, what do you think of these figures? Go by the pictures if you like, because that's going to be easier for me to follow.
Okay, so pictures. One-Step Changers. They're all repaints of RID toys. Don't care. Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Oh my god, the Blur is.
Blur. Look at Soundwave.
Oh my god, the Bumblebee is. Look at his fucking face.
Look at Soundwave.
Soundwave. Ah, boo. They're not even that different of repaints.
Nope.
Is Bumblebee's difference because he has blue on his shins? And the black is maybe in slightly different places.
You know what? I'm not even sure they're repaints. They could just be repackaging.
I think the Soundwave's a repaint or a recolor because I think he's slightly lighter blue than he should have been.
Who can say?
People who own the toy.
Megatron. I wish to Christ that had elbows because otherwise I quite like it.
I think that looks, I think that looks like a good, solid deluxe figure. Or lower. Like, if this was a Legends figure, actually, I think this looks like a good, solid Legends figure.
I like the gimmick.
I am not a fan of this gimmick line.
Because he's got a giant cannon that he's holding between his arms because it's too powerful.
Okay.
It works for me.
But do you know what the problem with it is? He's just transforming into a tank at that point.
Yeah.
Boo.
But do you know what the problem is? He has outward arm movement, but no elbows.
No, that's not true.
He has a little bit of outward.
No,
not a lot.
He has elbows.
Not a lot. Look, Andy. Look, Andy.
I
don't
want to
bend.
look. Oh,
he don't bend.
He's a massive figure and he doesn't have bloody elbows. He's going to be 50
bend.
pounds, isn't he?
He's masterpiece scaled. He's 25.4 centimeters.
He's gonna be like 40 quid.
And I like the design.
Yeah, no, it's a solid design. I mean, it is a G1 Megatron just with tank bits on him, which is fine.
Yeah, with a little bit more of an angular face.
Yep.
But that child, oh my god, the first picture with the child, and that child looks... Those are not right eyes.
No, he's got the demon eyes on him.
And where is he looking?
No, you know where he's looking.
Because he ain't looking at the toy.
No, he's looking at the person he's gonna blap.
You die now. Just starts beating people with it. Optimus, he seems to have... Yeah, he has elbows, but they're quite high. He looks fine. The vehicle mode's a joke, but robot mode looks fine.
Robots in disguise.
And do you like him?
No, I don't like any of these. Not really.
No. Again, that child looks like he's having a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Bumblebee! No.
Is he a one-step changer? Because he looks like a one-step changer, just a really big one.
Yeah.
Or a bigger one.
Yeah. Grimlock! Moving on quickly. I like the design of the robot mode, and I like the design of the T-Rex mode. It's hampered by a gimmick, but the aesthetic works for me.
Oh, he was the one-step changer version. My bad.
Oh, cool. No, he's the Ultra.
Is he? No.
Yeah.
No.
He's the same scale as Grimlock.
No.
Nope. Also, for some reason, hey, look at half-transformed T-Rex mode.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Is that like the new Gerwalk mode?
Because I remember for the Cyberverse, like the Legend scale ones, they actually advertised those like for the gimmicks.
Yes, I remember that.
So I don't know. Is there going to be a bit in the show where like we have this weird Gurok T-Rex wandering around while Bumblebee's driving around as half a car? Because I'm not going to be happy with that. I'm going to Boulder Media. I can get to them. I don't even have to get on it's a 2-hour train ride away. I can go there. I've seen where their offices are. I know. I know.
That sounded like a proper threat at that point. I know. I will end you, biatch.
Then we have Star Gao Guy Scream.
Yeah, I see that. Yes, yeah.
Who I like very much, despite myself.
Okay.
Because I'm sorry, it's just like I want that to be in the show. I want a moment where Starscream's response to a problem is to strap gigantic boosters onto him that also shoot missiles.
Although I don't like it, I conceptually like the missile spam coming out of him.
I think it's a very clever design choice.
Yeah, the problem is, I would imagine as a gimmick for a child, it's fucking unsatisfying as hell.
Yeah, it's like almost hurting people.
Yep.
Almost.
It's like poop. Imagine you got guns that you shot the bullet and they just stopped. No, they didn't. They slightly came out of the barrel. You know what happens? Those are they're guns on toys that have broken springs, and no one likes those toys because they're broken.
Also, people don't like pressure launchers.
No, that's true. They were stupid. I'm glad we got rid of them.
Yep. And finally we have Warrior Shockwave, who I like as a warrior toy, having experienced a few warriors. I just don't like that he's priced that way.
No, he's once again way too much money for what he is. And has your opinion
his crab
changed?
tank is a joke.
I was going to ask if your opinion on that tank mode had changed, because I still think it looks fucking diabolical.
I think I was more forgiving of it at the time, and having seen it in a few reviews things now, I actually think it looks much worse in person.
Does it, like, you say you've seen the reviews on it, how much transforming does it do? Because it looks like it does next to none.
Would you? This is what you do.
Right.
You flip the hand away.
Oh, the gun hand, you mean?
The gun hand.
Uh-huh.
And you lift the chest up.
And? Then you put them on all fours?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh. I thought that would be the case, but I was really hoping there'd be more.
Yep.
Oh, boy. 16 pounds. 15 pounds.
But he's angry. He's very angry.
He is. I think this is the problem. The robot mode is really good and really solid.
And it's in the comics, so that will sell.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, I think it would sell because of, it's a Shockwave, and it's a good-looking Shockwave. And some people can forgive the shitty alt mode because it's at least a very good-looking Shockwave figure. But when you're paying 15 or 15, 16 pounds for a figure, I definitely want the feature, which is transforming, because it's in the name, to actually be good, or at least to turn into something a bit more satisfying. You can do a four-limbed tank mode thing and have it look good. Specifically, I remember, Mikey, we this is going back in time, so come with me on my TARDIS of travel. Go back to the year of Dark of the Moon, right?
Yes, I remember those years.
Do you remember the Human Alliance basic figures that came with a robot and a human and a robot, and they could interact?
I do indeed.
Do you remember, I think his name was like Thunderhammer, Thunder Tread, something like that?
Yep, I believe I know which one you're talking about.
Yes, he turned into a four-limbed tank, and I thought that looked way better, because each limb had tank treads on it. He did a lot more transforming. He was still pretty stupid, but I felt that it looked like an actual vehicle. It looked like a thing rather than I don't even know what I'd call this, to be honest.
Crab walking?
Crab walking, that's fair, yeah. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, what would you want it to turn into? That's not my job. If it was my job, then I'd be getting paid money for it.
Yep.
I hate his gimmick as well. I don't like the purple goop coming out of his back, which I'm guessing is meant to be missiles.
Is that supposed to be missiles or energy? I don't know. It
just looks like goop. Looks like frosting. Maybe he's a frosting gun.
Oh, God.
There you go. Decorate your cakes. I can't say I'm super thrilled on any of these personally. But for the Cyberverse Warrior figures, I didn't actually mention who's in that wave apart from Shockwave, because the stock photos. In the Warriors wave, you have Bumblebee, Optimus, Decepticon, Shockwave, because he can't just be Shockwave, and Starscream. So you have your pick of the litter, if you would. But
normal, heavily repeated litter.
So who's going to be the shelf filler? Because we know Shockwave won't be. I think we can safely guarantee he will be
Optimus.
Fine. I don't know. I think any of the other three could be shelf fillers.
Because,
I think it's a really hard sell to say which one specifically will be.
Shockwave and Starscream will sell because they're Decepticons, and either because of adults or because children think they look cool. They tend to sell better.
Okay.
Bumblebee will sell because he is the child appeal character and is the main character of the show.
Right.
Optimus, he's not the main character in the show.
Is he in the show?
He is in the show, but he's not going to be a main character, which means he is on some level going to be part of the secondary cast.
Yeah.
Even if it's like he's only a tier down from Bumblebee. And he is the most oversaturated character for adult collectors. So they may not pick up the Bumblebee for the same reason, but I think there's a larger chance of the children not picking up Optimus as well. Or the children's parents saying, oh, I bought that toy last year. Because he looks an awful lot like the Warrior Optimus at a casual glance. Like, at least Bumblebee, the head's different. Like, noticeably different, so you can say, oh, okay, that might be different. But, and Starscream, again, looks fairly different from that design. Like, the key tenets of Optimus are just so static.
Yeah.
So I'm on Optimus to be the shelf warmer.
I could see that. I'm not sure whether it will happen. It's a shame, because, okay, I don't say many positive things about this line. I will say this. I think the box art is really striking and nice, and it catches your eye.
Yeah.
I think, and that's not like a well, the figure's shit, but at least the box is nice. It's a legit compliment to whoever designed the boxes and the card backing, because it's the good bits of artwork, and like I say, they're very eye catchy, which is good, which is how they should be, instead of quite dark colors, which we've had for most of the Prime Wars stuff. So this is nice at the very least, but what a shame, at least from my perspective. What a shame. Too much. One other bit of news, at least that I can tell you, Mikey, about Cyberverse.
Yes.
As we had a website update for the official website, and we had some bios and whatnot. I'm not going to read them, or at least not going to read all of them, because
I'm surprised by how little there is in them, to be honest.
I'm not.
Because
Mikey, have you read the bios for toys?
Yeah, but these aren't toys. These are like on a website, and they're like they all basically just say Bumblebee. Hey, this is my friend.
Yep.
I like him. He's cool, and he doesn't actually go into the character much.
No, I can't say. You might be surprised, Mikey. I'm not. I equate this to the same kind of effort that is put onto the bios of toys. In all honesty.
But this is from a show. They have a show Bible,
which is why they'll actually just use the show to tell the character, or they have no character, which is worrying. It's one of those two statements, and I'd prefer it to be it's just because it's the internet rather than because of the show. So Autobot-wise, we have Optimus, what a shock, Bumblebee, Windblade, Wheeljack, sporting a hella animated mustache.
Yeah, also basically Prime Wheeljack with animated face.
Yeah, actually, yes. Yeah, very good point.
Which
I didn't even think
no one's talking about.
What's that?
That it's Prime Wheeljack's design. Like, very, like, even the chest, the shoulders, the face, but it's got the beard.
Does it say anything about him being a scientist? It doesn't. No, it says explosives totally the works. He
inventing,
is the prime one.
Inventing stuff, but yeah, he is exploding stuff.
So maybe he is like a pure mesh between the two.
Cool.
All right. There's Ratchet, Grimlock, Hot Rod.
I think he's new.
Who?
Hot Rod. I don't think we've seen Hot Rod before.
In terms of
the show, like I don't think we need
show.
Hot Rod. I think these last three. Well, Blur probably not because he's got a Cyberverse, but definitely Hot Rod and Prowl we hadn't heard about.
I thought you meant in terms of like Hot Rod was a completely new character. I was like, Mikey, there was a whole fucking movie about this dude. You fucking druggie.
I don't know if I'd say Last Night was all about him.
Oh, you piece of schmidt.
I want him to be French.
No, you don't.
I do.
No. There's also Grimlock. No, I said that. Hot Rod, Prowl, and Blur. There you go. So no one new in terms of new characters. We see the designs for all of them. Do any of them stand out to you, Mikey? I wish Grimlock didn't have a mouth. Again,
weird. No one likes that, by the way. I've looked around. No one's no one's going, oh wow, Grimlock has a mouth again. Like no one. Like going by the toys, he'll probably have a battle mask, but one's happy about that.
Are you saying the design of Grimlock is the feeling that people have when talking about politics? There is no winning. No one agrees that it's a good system at the moment.
Yeah. I like Wheeljack.
Yeah, Wheeljack
a lot actually. I like him a lot because I always liked the Prime design, but I like the idea of having this like friendlier, beardy look. Ratchet's just the Prime design,
but with the shoulders from animated.
Yeah. Hot Rod I don't like.
Why?
His angles look off, and I mean off in comparison to the rest of the show.
Do you think it's the image, or do you think it's the design? Because it could just be the stock image that they're using.
It could be. Prowl is a little weird because I think he's the Universe toy.
He's also too happy.
Yeah. He needs to stop that sort of like sidelong smirk stuff.
Nick's ruined him.
Yeah, for everyone. Blur I like. For some reason Blur makes me think Robin Williams.
I'm not too fond of his longer face design.
I kind of dig it.
For me, it doesn't work as well, but maybe because I'm used to his head being all squished and him talking super fast. I don't know, just a little bit off for me. More importantly, we have the Decepticons being Megatron, Starscream, Thundercracker, Shadow, no Skywarp, by the by, no Skywarp, but there will be a toy, guarantee. Yep. Shadow Striker. There's no comma, but I assume Shadow Striker Shockwave is not a character, and the Shadow Striker is, and then Shockwave is.
Yeah,
Slips
with his extra face.
Yes, in his head and in his tummy as well. He has Shockwave has many faces. And we also have where's my list? We also have Soundwave and Acid Storm and Slipstream. Yeah. So we have one completely new character who seems to be a lady, which also seems to be an angry version of Nautica.
Yeah, like a
really angry Nautica.
Yep.
She has the turbines on her back. She has the design. Maybe she will become Nautica and become good during the series. I don't know.
She also has the same eye damage she had for a while.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. She does. Yeah,
someone's brain in there.
Yeah,
but. Yeah.
I'm noticing that in comparison to the Decepticons, granted they only have one extra lady, the Autobots are a bit of a sausage fest.
Tad,
Yeah. I mean, you know, the difference is by 1, so it's not a huge thing. But it's nice to see that there's another lady, seemingly a completely new character. Maybe she'll have more than 1 episode. I doubt it.
Hopefully.
I doubt it.
I like that Thundercracker's got a different design to Starscream.
Yes. Do you think that transfers over to his body? No, his body's the same. It's just his head that's different from the looks.
No, his body's different.
No, I think the torso looks. The
like he
torso
doesn't
looks
have
similar.
the shoulder pylon. Like basically, Starscream is kind of the updated design and the kind of Sarah Peta Durachet one, and Thundercracker's like classic G1.
Yes, but yeah, and him and Slipstream look the same. That's the
thing.
And
Acid Storm as well. Like those three are kind of sharing the same body type, but Starscream's quite different.
Yeah, maybe that's because he's the commander, the air commander.
Hey, I like anything taking kicks from Sarah's designs. I'm up for.
Sure. I'm also sort of pleased Acid Storm is getting in, and that's mainly because they repaint him so fucking much. It'd be nice to get a character for him.
Yeah, like what? Hang on, let's see. He's a goon, not super fun, likes toxic rain.
Is this he reading the bio that Starscream, that Bumblebee saying?
Literally, like he has less personality here than he does anywhere else.
Oh man, I hope that's not.
I want that to be a thing. Like Acid Storm is convinced he's someone important, but no one talks to him.
Oh.
Like no one even acknowledges him. He's in the room.
Poor guy.
But Jesus Christ, Soundwave is beef.
Yeah, he's got a lot of seemingly white on him rather than grey. I'm not sure if that's the lighting that they're going for, but there's a lot of white on Soundwave, which I'm not used to.
I dig it.
It potentially looks okay. I say potentially because stock image could look different in the show.
Honestly, for design and just as designs, I'm kind of super digging the aesthetic of this show. Like, I think the animation or the writing could absolutely kill it. But, like, the actual just, like, character models, I dig.
They seem solid, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Slipstream! Whoever thought we'd get a Slipstream again?
Yeah, since animated, yeah, it's nice to see it kind of slip back in. Oh, that wasn't on purpose.
Angry Shockwave.
It'd be nice if I felt more confident about the show, but I still don't particularly, as I'm sure no one is surprised by. But I wish that the toys had more money put towards them, and they weren't as expensive, which it's not something that can happen, I don't think, because this is the main toy line for kids. So, but these have nice designs that could have got me potentially if they had better toys. Because I don't.
Thundercracker have a dog?
No. Out of all the Decepticons, there's not one Decepticon I dislike from these designs.
Like even Acid Storm, I think that's a nice take on his color scheme.
Yeah, it's not bad. Do you have anything else you want to say, Mikey?
I hope the show's good.
As do I.
We'll find out soon enough.
Time will tell, Mr. Mikey. Do you want to tell us about San Diego Comic-Con then, Mikey? Because there's a few stories here.
We've got a few San Diego news. First off, we have official images of Throne of the Primes, Optimal Optimus, the SDCC exclusive repaint of the Optimal Optimus figure into same colors as the normal Optimus Primal figure, but not repainting the normal Optimus Primal figure into the most obvious thing, which was Transmetal Optimus Primal.
Yes.
Or Ape Link, even, would have worked.
No Ape Links.
I've seen photoshops of both, and they both look better than this, which is using the same color scheme.
Sure.
But for anyone who doesn't know, this is Hasbro exclusive for SDCC. This will come with several unique features apart from just a repaint. He will come with a Scepter of the Primes.
I call it a twatting stick.
Yeah, a twatting twit of the Primes. The Scepter of Sparks, it's called. Powered by the Prime Masters so that he can basically do god twatting. There is space. Basically, there is space on this for 4 Prime Masters. Gimmicks. He will come with the Halo of Primus, which is a rotating display attached to the Throne of the Primes. You can put all the Prime Masters on it, and you can rotate it, presumably to power the chair.
That's kind of neat.
That's a neat idea,
and
it's
fucking stupid, but it's kind of.
It is, and but it works in your collectibles.
I would ask one question, though, because you can see it's basically a plastic bubble that you get inside of a card to put them in. How do you get them out without damaging that?
You don't.
Okay. Because it looks like there's a card back behind that, and usually these things go in. They're difficult to get out without like bending the plastic. At least they are when you're taking them out of the card backs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He comes with a crown with a maximal symbol on it.
I don't like the crown. It's the worst thing about this set.
It looks too big and awkward.
It's like they went, hey, Starscream wore a crown.
No, there was something worse about this set.
Oh.
The Throne of the Primes. It is sort of tribal in design, and on it are the symbols of the fallen would-be primes.
What?
Do you know what I mean?
I don't, no.
Right, so along the left and the right side are pictures of heads. These heads are of the characters from the fan vote who didn't make it through.
You utter fucks.
You know, the ones who definitely deserve this more than this figure, and one of them who actually was this gimmick. So, on your right, working from bottom up, you have Detsaurus. You have Thunderwing. You have Shockwave. You have Arcee. On the left, you have Megatron. You have Starsaber. You have Hound. Yeah. And you have Optimus Prime.
Fuck's sake.
They're mocking me.
They're mocking us all.
Like,
this is what happens when bad life choices are made, people.
It's like, yeah, you know what? You all did this to yourselves.
No, they did it to us.
Yeah, you did it to us. Like, we made the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
You made the wrong one. Like, disappoint. And finally, he comes with 4 Prime Masters. He comes with Nexus Prime, Amalgamus Prime, Prima Prime, and the legendary 13th Prime Comic-Con exclusive Prime Master figure, name not released. I'm assuming it's some version of the Arisen.
Is it the primiest Prime?
Primer than all the Primes. Of note, these are 3 of these figures have not been released in any other medium. Prima Prime is coming with one of the Amazon exclusive figures. But Nexus, Amalgamus, and the Arisen are all exclusive to SDCC. Which says, 1, they probably had a plan to do more Power of the Prime figures, and now the line's being cancelled. And 2, if you want to complete your 12 Prime Masters, or your 13, depending on, if you want to go that far, you have to buy this toy or pay stupid eBay prices.
Woo!
And these don't come with shells either.
No. They come with nothing.
There were shells out there that we'll never see. And he comes with a card and everything else. Andy.
Yes.
Optimal Optimus, Power of the Primes, Optimal Throne of the Primes, Prime Master, Prime. Are you a fan?
Kind of and kind of not all at the same time.
Explain!
I think in a color scheme wise, it's not... It works. I think the color scheme works. I don't think it's very creative.
No.
It's just like, hey, it's the Optimal Optimus just in the Optimus Primal colors. That's kind of...
better than Primal Prime.
I guess. It's just kind of bland. It's not super... I think the problem is I think the color scheme works. I don't think it looks bad. It's just, I go, that's... okay. I would have liked something a bit different. The new Prime Masters... Have shells been taken away from them? Potentially, maybe not. It might have just been, hey, let's just get these Prime Masters out. We were never going to release them with shells anyway. This was always their way that they were going to do it. The scepter is pretty poo. I don't like I don't like the design of it with its little nipples on the top of it. Power nipples don't...
Rub me for justice!
Power nipples don't make me think of power. I can't say I'm a big fan of the crown. I don't think it works super well visually, just because crowns on Transformers don't usually work because they already technically kind of wear a hat, don't they?
They certainly have that aesthetic a lot of the time.
Yeah, they have that helmet hat kind of thing going on, so then putting another hat on a hat. You can't have hats on hats.
You can't.
No, you should do. I think it was really a big miss that they didn't color the minor Optimus Primal. Because if you get this and you have the Optimal Optimus, you then both have two identical primal Optimus Primals, right? Apart from one has a sticker on his shoulder, potentially.
Actually, let's find that out. Does he have a sticker?
This one does.
He has wouldn't the other one have a sticker then as well?
I don't know. Maybe not. But
his guns are painted.
Okay, well that's worth it. I know it's to make the vehicle mode more cohesive, but I think it would have been, again, a bit more interesting to color him differently. Maybe color him in Optimus Primals colors primal Optimus colors primal.
Right.
That one. Give him purple and blue just to again make him a bit different and orange. Just reverse where the colors were. That would have been all right. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's nearly as cool as the band set. I don't think it's nearly as rage-inducing as some people seemingly suggested might be, and I don't think it's nearly as terrible as those people might suggest it is either. I just think it's very missable in a lot of ways, but it has some nice things to it.
Yeah.
I think this would have been a fine just repaint to put out on the shelves.
Yeah, without the chair.
Yeah, that's what I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
What about you, Mikey? How do you feel about this?
I like as if I had this on a shelf of this guy sitting on this chair and that was it, that I never touched it again.
Mm-hmm.
I actually would be okay. I'd be okay with that. I think it's a nice sort of statue piece, Once you look at it in anything else, like the kind of iffy, how do we get the Prime Masters out of a big plastic bubble? The fact the chair is made out of cardboard. The scepter, the hat, the Optimus Primal not being repainted. I would say the negatives even out with the positives. Like, it doesn't really go one way or the other for me. It is the least interesting set we've had in a bit. Mm-hmm. I will say the Fortress Maximus and the Devastator were less interesting than this. Because they were just the toy you had with slightly extra details.
Yeah.
But
sometimes
the last...
chrome though, Mikey. Sometimes chrome.
Oh, my God, I'll alert the media. Next up, diecast.
Calm your testicles, Mikey.
But Andy, they're so engorged from this.
Oh, the word engorged and testicles. My God.
Engorged. But yeah, the band, like when you follow stuff like the band or those SDCC Creon sets, or even the Hasbro Universe set they did.
Which one was
which
that?
I wasn't. The one with the like various human figures and then a random Jetfire that should have been Thundercracker.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but like even factoring in the fact there's only a couple of figures out of that I want. There are figures from that I want. Here, I would like if someone handed this to me and said, "Cool, do you like this?" And I was like, "Oh, this is really nice. This is a nice present. It's a neat figure. It's a neat design. He's going on my shelf."
Yeah.
And then he'd sit in that chair forever.
Yeah.
He'd never be touched again. That's great. If someone asked me to pay money for him...
Do we have a price? I don't think we do.
No, but convention price.
Yeah, he'll definitely... Again, should we guess? Should we guess like 100?
100 plus.
$100?
100 plus has to be.
I would have thought so. Yeah, I think $100.
Yeah.
I don't think that's awful for what it is. But it is a lot for what it is, since we've just kind of decided that it's not for either of us.
Wait, hang on a second. Is it me, or is one shoulder tempoed and one on Optimal Optimus, one shoulder tempoed and one shoulder stickered? Or is that the light?
Do you mean the primal, the small primal?
No, the big primal.
Do you mean in his robot mode?
Yeah.
No, it looks like the stickers on both. Minor stickers, really small stickers on his.
Yeah.
You mean the bit that would be grey next to the wings?
Yeah. The
top
no,
part of the
not
shoulder.
there.
Which part?
Beneath that, with the maximal symbols. I'm just looking at the main picture, and one's catching light like a sticker, and the other isn't, and I don't know if that's just a lighting thing.
I think that might just be the lighting, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's the lighting. I could be wrong, though, of course.
Anyway, let's move on. Super 7A01 last week announced their Optimus Prime SDCC exclusive See-Through Cyborg X-Ray action figure.
Woo!
With a removable chest. So we have an inbox image, we have a sort of promo image, and we have a price.
Yeah.
So, the box is a clear box with an Optimus. I kind of like the layout, but it's, whatever. And the figure is a translucent Optimus with innards.
Innards, you say?
Innards. And Andy, the price of this, is it 20? Is it 30? Is it at a stretch 40?
More.
Is it 75?
It's more than you'd want, is what I would guess.
It's more than you need.
Yeah.
Which is, I can't imagine paying, like, if it was painted up, maybe at a very big stretch.
Sure.
At a very big stretch. But no, not for this. Not for this. I mean, that's the thing. I don't even like it for whatever price. I just don't think it looks very good. You know?
Yeah. No, like we said last week, to me it looked like a thing you'd get out of a weekly magazine, and to me they never were worth 75, obviously.
Yeah.
If you could remove the chest and then remove all of the other bits inside, maybe it would be worthwhile then, but it seems a bit steep for what it is, but maybe it's steep because it is so very unique. I don't know. It just seems like an odd thing. It's an odd thing to have at a convention. It's an odd item in general. I think you need to be a very specific kind of collector to want this or to have any interest in it. You need to have specific things that you want in your collection rather than... I don't think this is something that someone would just see and be like, oh yeah, I want that. That looks neat. I think you'd be like, yeah, no, that would go well with my stuff.
Yeah, no, this is a vinyl statue collector thing.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, it's not necessarily a Transformers thing. Which is fine.
Is that fine?
Fine. I'm not judging you. It's fine.
No, you're judging them.
I'm judging them a fair amount.
Judging them.
I am judging you. You're being judged. But I don't know. It's not great. Any other opinions on it?
Nah, let's move on.
Right. In that case, guys, we will move on to the last thing, which is we have the panels for Thursday and Friday for SDCC 2018, July 19th and 20th. And these are the ones with Transformer-related things. So, on Thursday at 10 a.m. In room 29AB, Comic-Con 2018, Transformers, Unicron, and Beyond. The Planet Eater Unicron has arrived and nothing will be spared. IDW Editor-in-Chief and wrong Star Trek fan, John Barber.
The worst Star Trek fan, the betrayer.
He had a choice. He had an option. He made both the wrong one. He chose poorly.
You know what he did, Mikey?
What did he do, Andy?
He did a Gold Ducat.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He's driving. He's heading off on his bird of prey,
leaving his daughter behind.
People. Yep. And
where is daughter?
And then some.
We are Zial.
Yep, we are Zial. We're gonna die. Spoilers.
No, damn it, Damar. Oh, but what a man.
She was a traitor. She was my daughter. John Barber. I don't see John crying over us somehow.
You just don't have enough faith, Mikey.
Snapping and just rolling a baseball towards him. But yeah, associate publisher David Hedgecock, editor Dave Mariotti, Hasbro's director of global publishing, and the guy who approved Autobot Megatron, in fact I think it was his idea, Michael Kelly, and creator behind the blockbuster event of the comic book summer, will fill you in on what's in store for the Autobots and hint at what's coming after Star Trek vs. Transformers.
You could just tell us.
I asked, he wouldn't. Later at 11 a.m. in the same room, we have the Hasbro Transformers one. So be the first to hear about new toys and products that have yet to hit the store shelves straight from design and marketing teams. There is a lot of buzz about Bumblebee in cinemas in December. Roll in to get a glimpse of Transformers products inspired by the film, including new figures from the Generation 1 series line. And Studio Series as well. Then you get your cyber goggles ready.
Why do you say it like that?
Because I am ashamed of him saying it.
Sound like you're in ecstasy while saying it.
Cyber goggles ready for a look at the first reveals of a highly anticipated up-and-coming Generation of War for Cybertron line. Basically, you're going to see Impactor and Mirage. Also, the wrong choice. You have failed us a lot lately, fandom. set sights on Cyberverse, the exciting new animated show which is full of new characters and familiar stories. Fly in to sneak a peek at the series, and several new toys not yet revealed. Many new Transformers initiatives from some trusted partners will be shared, and if they say the word machinima, I will just start screaming and never stop.
Ah, good.
Yeah, and the induction of the Hall of Fame 2018.
Yay!
Then, same day at 6 p.m. Interesting one, this. Writing great dialogue. Short, meaningful, memorable. How do you write great dialogue? You use full sentences. What works and what doesn't work? Writers from animation and comics, including Nicole Duboc, Marsha Griffin, Craig Miller, Eugene Sun, and Matt Wayne, will talk to you about how to craft great lines. Now, Nicole is known for My Little Pony and Rescue Bots and Prime. Marsha Griffin, Guardians of the Galaxy Miles from Tomorrowland. Never heard that. Craig Miller, Curious George, and Beast Wars. Eugene Sun, Avengers, Secret Wars, Saint Seiya. You can't... Saint Seiya doesn't count. It's a freaking dub.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, Eugene. You take your ball and you go home. And Matt Wayne, who did Justice League Unlimited and Cannon Busters. Cannon Busters hasn't been released yet, but I am super looking forward to it. It's on Netflix and it's got some good hype. But all of these writers have written for Transformers at some point or another. Matt Wayne wrote Transformers Prime episode Armada and Transformers Robots in Disguise episode Get a Clue. Craig Miller wrote Beast Wars The Probe. Remember The Probe?
No.
The Probe, if I'm remembering this one rightly. Let me double check.
Which was that one?
The Probe. The Probe approaches the planets from Cybertron. The Maximals desperately try to make contact with it, but Megatron has other plans. Yeah, it's the one where Dinobot kind of reveals, hey, you're all getting ready to go home. Yep. Everyone hates me there.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. And Marsha Griffin, who has written, oh my god, so she has written for Transformers Animated, Megatron Rising, Mission Accomplished, A Bridge Too Close, Transwarped, Endgame. For Prime, Darkness Rising, Scrappy, Predatory, Shadow Zone, One Shall Rise, Legacy, Regeneration, Darkmount, NV, Prey, Thirst, Synthesis, Predacons Rising, and one episode of Robots in Disguise, Trust Exercises. So, basically, just go in there and tell them we don't want to hear about anything else. Just talk Transformers. But I think that's an interesting panel to do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, especially, up-and-coming writers.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Friday, panels include Hollywood Location Scouts, which is going to be on from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in Room 9. Basically, the guys who go around finding locations for various movies, including Transformers. So they found Jumanji for Hawaii, Skull Island in Vietnam, Hogwarts in England. What?
You would.
Hogwarts in England? That doesn't count. Hogwarts has always been in England. Wakanda in South Africa, etc., etc. 6 location scouts will discuss creative and logistic aspects of their work. It will include moderator Scott Trimble, Bad Times at the El Royale Cabin in the Woods, location managers Gil Hald, international panelists Scott Alexander, Stephen King's It in Orphan Black, good show, Duncan Jones' Aquaman, Thor Ragnarok. It's not his fault. Manny Padilla, Man in the High Castle and Transformers Age of Extinction. Golden Swenson, Face Off, The Dark Knight Rises. It's not Golden's fault. I won't make the assumption about whether Golden's male or female, but it's not their fault. Georgette Turner, Wonder Woman, Fantastic Beasts, and Where to Find Them. Then, at 5 p.m. in the Hall H, which is apparently a big deal, we will have the Bumblebee panel where Paramount Pictures will bring Transformers to Comic-Con Hall H for the first time. Director Travis Knight will be joined by star Haley Steinfeld and cast in a panel moderated by Entertainment Weekly's Anthony Brechnitsian.
Okay.
Yeah. I want a Bumblebee actor there, and I want him to just talk in beeps, and I want people to translate it into really long, complicated answers. And then at 7:30 in room 8, we will have Making a Living Off Your Art, where artist Lee Cozy from DreamWorks, voice actor John Bailey, you know him, you love him from Amos Trailers and Transformers, writer Brendan Hay from Robot Chicken Dawn of Crudes, art creator Doug Dreyer, and educator Sean Glumace, who does Adobe Education, will discuss the business of being creative and answer the questions you may have. Learn how to generate revenue, promote yourself online and offline, and deal with clients and commissions and such. So,
neat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, anything in there, Andy, that sort of interests you or grab your attention?
To be honest, no. I'm just more excited to see which panel the toy stuff kind of pops in at, because it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming that's the same for you, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, the Cyberverse one and the toys are kind of it for me from there. I'm a little interested in the Bumblebee one, just because I don't think we've heard Travis Knight actually speak on these things in detail. So.
I think you might be right there, yeah.
Mm.
No, I think we'll cover it, so we'll just have to wait and see what's revealed to us. Mikey, we're not going to cover any of what we did this week because we've been running quite late and we don't have the time, quite frankly. But we do have one question you tell us.
2 things I could talk about.
Oh,
one of which is related to Transformers, but
well.
that's not much to talk about. So I'm not bothering this week.
That's
so
fine.
We'll save it.
Well, you told me earlier that we had a question,
yes.
So since we barely ever get them, we may as well answer.
Yeah,
one.
Andy, feedback.
Yay!
Oh! So we got an email even from a Daniel, aka Stupid Monkey, aka Stupid Monkey on Twitter.
Nice.
Sorry, pronounce. And he actually sent this about just over a week ago, so sorry it's taken so long to get to you, Daniel. But yeah, so hi team, thanks for all the years of your great podcast, you liar. Our podcast is terrible and you know it. I have low self-esteem. I was wondering your opinion on custom Transformers, whether they be a unique original character, better than retail options of existing characters that don't have an easy to get toy, crossovers, etc. He included a few pictures of some of his own customs to illustrate his point, including a Sins of the Wrecker Stakeout, Scavenger Spinister, Mord Meets the Eye Breakdown, Upgraded Bumblebee, and a crossover Samus via the Prime Viacon. Thank you for your time, Daniel, aka Stupid Monkey. Daniel, thank you for the question. Customs, Andy, like custom Transformers. First of all, can I just say, there's some nice stuff in those pictures.
Yeah, some fun stuff in there.
I really like that Samus. I'm calling it Samus.
There's no E. Is there an E in Samus's name?
Samus.
Yeah, Samus.
Samus.
Not Samus. Terrible person, Mikey.
It pisses people off. I really like it.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. Like, seriously, dude, well feckin' done. But custom Transformers, do you like them? Would you ever try to do one?
What? Did someone just strangle a cat there?
That was called what we call a door.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a cat being strangled. In terms of would I ever custom a Transformer? Probably not. Mainly because for me, if I'm going to do any modeling or painting, it would probably be on a blank canvas, as you were, or on something fairly cheap, like Candy Toys, rather than a Transformer, which is not the easiest thing to disassemble. And if I was going to do something like that, I'd want to completely disassemble it, spray it, and then work from that way forward, if you know what I mean. It would be difficult, because removing pins from Transformers is not a very easy thing. Usually it requires either a lot of pressure or heating the plastic to the point it melts where you can kind of remove the pin. So it's like, it wouldn't be for me, but I think they definitely have a place in the fandom. There's been great ones over the years, and like you've shown us some good ones yourself as well. It's really interesting to see what talented people can do with paints and modeling stuff and just slapping different parts of different things together to come up with a new toy. I always think it's an interesting thing, and usually an area of the fandom which I don't venture into, but I pick up my binoculars and view from afar and go, oh, that's neat, because I'm pretty sure we've seen some good Brave stuff done from Transformers as well in the past. I can't pick out any, but I want to believe that I've seen stuff like that in the past and be like, oh, that looks cool. Is that unfair to say, Mikey? Have you seen stuff like that?
I've seen some, like who was Grimlockamus, is it, who did the Megazord combiner from Volcanicus?
Oh yeah, and now it's been knocked off.
Yeah. But that looked incredible.
Yep.
That looked like, oh man, the guy. When you see customs done by someone who has spent years perfecting the skill, it is something else. Like I would love to do customs myself, but I have the artistic skills of a dead snail. So I've tried. I can't even put stickers on straight. So but it's, oh man, sometimes I do eBay searches on it and just like flicking through trying to see what cool stuff is, and like the creativity, what people do with art. I think Radicons on TFW is amazing. Some of the just like crazy stuff people do, like the building those moldable plastics so you can sculpt parts you don't have, like hodgepodging figures together, the amount of time you spent on good paintwork.
I tell you one thing that popped into my head, which I remember seeing and did consider trying to do. Do you remember the Prime Voyager Megatron?
Yes.
I saw some really good customs of it with an actual paint job. And the figure looks like that figure without the paint on it. You've seen it. It's just kind of, it's fine.
It's a nice base engineering figure.
Yeah, with issues with how it's, with the plastic quality and all that jazz. When it's painted, wow, does that thing pop so much more. It looked like I've seen people paint it with like different shades of metallic silver and stuff to really make it pop and give it the metal look, and it's really good. It looks so much better when it's painted. So things like that where you can paint a figure and really improve upon a mold which was kind of I don't want to say shit upon, but it wasn't looked after by Hasbro just because they only have so many paint apps they can put on a toy.
No, I mean, outside of Transformers recently, I saw an amazing one. So Mattel's Jurassic World line, which is kind of a really good, slightly gimmick, hampered dinosaur toy line.
Do the dinosaurs fire missiles out the mouth when they're raw?
No, but they have a nice posable T-Rex, but it's got a biting gimmick, so you can't do anything with them out, and that's really annoying. But yeah, so the Trash and Throw T-Rex, which is the Jurassic World for they've got like a legacy line as well for like you can buy Alan. You can buy Ian Malcolm. He looks like Ian Malcolm. I'm just telling you that now. I've been looking for him for weeks. But they did the Trash and Throw T-Rex, I think, the modern Rexy. And really nice sculpt. Paint job is so bland and so not Rexy, like completely wrong, like really bright muddy brown.
Yeah.
And I saw someone do an airbrush custom of it. And the really frustrating thing, they made it look so easy. And I was just sitting there, if I tried that. And it's just like, by the end of it, it looked like you would pay $300-400 for it. As like a high-grade statue or something like that. It was that good. And like, I sometimes look on eBay and like I see really amazing custom stuff, and my finger hovers over by it now.
Oh, but they're expensive though as well, aren't they?
Yeah. You pay for the man hours, and you pay for the extra paint and the extra parts people make.
No, I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm saying that you don't have money.
No, that's the thing. I just got like, but I could get the mold for €20 if I really want it. But I don't really want the mold. I want that version of it. And it costs too much. So like, maybe a knockoff Volcanicus done in Power Ranger colors isn't the worst thing for me.
Maybe.
Because I could get it, maybe. But, man, when you see it done well, and like, Daniel's stuff, I think, looks amazing in some of them. Like, the Stakeout, I thought, was really creative. Yeah. And he does a really nice paint job on the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
It's just, when you see guys with real talent, it is something to see.
Yeah, definitely. And it's always something that you can improve upon as well. You can get better and better at it, which is always fun. As long as you keep asking people what they do and how painting techniques are done, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not a painter.
But yeah, like, seriously, like, one, keep up the good work, man, and two, customs is, I think, a key part of our fandom, really.
I think it's any fandom. Yeah, definitely. Any fandom, certainly. It breathes life into things that perhaps were never loved, like maybe you could do something with the construct bots. I doubt it, but I don't know. Maybe you could.
I always thought that was one of the hampering things with Creo. There's very little actual creativity in it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But yeah, so any other thoughts on customs?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. What about yourself, Mikey?
No, I'm good. So, Daniel, thank you so much for the question. Really good one, actually, and seriously, dude, well done on the work. Hey guys, if you want to be cool like Daniel, stupid monkey. Yeah, the stupid monkey. You can send us an email maybe with some feedback or some questions or anything you'd like to themoonbase2@gmail.com or on Twitter @themoonbase2 because, we'd love to hear more from you people. And Daniel, if you feel like saying anything else, feel free to send in more. I am happy to have a question monkey, even if it's a stupid monkey.
That's right.
But yeah, like, cool. And I suppose that's us wrapped up for the week.
Yeah, where can people find you on the internet, Mikey?
You can find me on Twitter as Irish Palo. You can find me on YouTube as GWolfie3. And yeah, like I said, you can contact us on the Moonbase 2 Twitter or on the Moonbase 2 email if you want to give us any feedback at all about the show. Yeah. Andy, what about yourself?
You can find me on Twitter and Tumblr as CCTFW, on YouTube as Corporate Commander TFW. You can find this podcast on the Moonbase 2 forums on Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn. All of those RSS feeds, as far as I'm aware. If you want to help out the show, you can head over to patreon.com/moonbase2 and do $2 each month, and you get the From the Files of Teletran 2 a week early and extended. You get interviews a week early, and you also get the Moonbase Woo Woo Show, where we talk about things that aren't Transformers. And if you want to go over to the YouTube page, it's Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. And you want to see my nonsense and woo woo, which is currently at the moment just Moonbase 2 stuff, to be honest, but that is over on the ccbunker.weebly.com. So that'll do us, Mr. Mikey. Thank you for joining me for this week's show. We've had to rush a little bit here and there, but it's been fun.
Yep. While I think about it, don't forget to check out the IDW Retrospective Part 1, which went public this week, with me, Charles from Transmissions, and Callum from Action and Adventure. It's a fun talk. And yeah, and expect more stuff like that and a couple of interviews coming in the future.
Yes, it's part 1 because there will probably be more, but it's not a part 1 as well because it's not like this is going to be happening at a set schedule. This is just going to be when Mikey can and will and wants to.
When I hit people with the darts.
Yeah, pretty much. Good stuff.
And they wake up and they struggle, but then they answer the questions.
Well, thank you, and I guess we will catch you next week, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
You are now leaving Moonbase 2.